Okay. Let's do this. Oh, I can't wait. And nobody is left. Okay. I have to break. I have to share the script. Copy link. I'm gonna start now. Yeah. Stream smart trade. No, but it would be. It's gonna be fun. Thank you, Stream Elements bots. Thank you very much for helping me. Well, I actually have to quit. Okay. Are we ready? Let's do this. Oh, shite. Wrong screen. Okay. I really hope this isn't too loud. Oh no, I already have goosebumps. Oh, fuck no. I think that's perfect volume. I think that's perfect volume. Oh god, no, I hate already. I hate this already. Why do I keep doing this? Why? Okay. I have to do my intro. Oh yeah. Before I start. Okay. Are we ready, Rogue Nation? Are we ready? What's up, Rogue Nation? My name is Adrian Rogue, and for tonight, the host of Scary Storytime Part 2, my name will be Demon Rogue. I hope my music is fine. I hope my music is fine. I hope everything is fine with you guys. So we're back with Scary Storytime Part 2. Scary Storytime got a lot of, not mixed reactions, it got views that I'm proud it got. Like, I didn't expect it to get like that many views it got. But yeah, it told me like, okay, I need to continue this. I don't know how many parts I'm going to do. I think this will be like part 2 and the last part, because I really want to get to like unbelievable stories and funny stories. No, not funny stories, but unbelievable stories and wholesome stories, like generally other stories. But if this series like gets noticed, I will make maybe a series of it, Well, not a series, a playlist of it, and then yeah. Oh, this music is so ominous. I got my music. I don't think it can be seen in the light. I have to bring my light actually fairly closer. Yeesh. Hopefully that helps. Because my light can't be seen. Yeah, like here's my coffee. There. The light doesn't show at all. Like, what the frick? I'm literally watching my phone the replay. Okay, no, there's enough light. Okay, so I'm gonna sort this not by hot, by top. Not today, maybe this month. I think I did it last. Okay, no, this was actually okay. Now this. Let's sort by hot maybe then. That sounds crazy. Okay, I think we will do like 3 hot stories and then 3 top stories. I have 2 stories left untold, which I can't wait to tell. So, the Face Game by Axel Wild, user Axel Wild. Ooh, the Face Game. I hate this music so much. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Whoops. I hate it. I'm just gonna turn it down a tad bit. Growing up, I've always enjoyed playing silly games with my little brother. He's just 2 years younger than me, which made it easier to have fun with him. We played lots of games like hide and seek, football, and other activities. One time, when we were both hiding from our mother inside the bedroom's closet, I noticed something strange. As I was staring at my brother's face, it seemed to be changing slightly. Like when you try to focus on a spinning wheel optical illusion, his features seemed to be shifting. I have a story of this. Okay, I have 3 stories left untold. This was soon interrupted as my mother opened the closet and found us sitting there giggling. Later on that day, we went to sleep. I asked my brother if he wanted to play a new game. He nodded, giggling slightly. I slowly closed my room's door and covered the sat down on the floor facing each other. I had a stroke and started staring at one another. After a few minutes, oh, it was the song. After a few minutes, my brother's face started changing again. So I tried to clear my mind, relax, and just focus on his face. It felt like I was in a trance state. The eyes seemed to slowly drift from side to side, go back to the original place. The ears seemed to grow larger, and the mouth seemed to form a creepy smile. Moments passed as we stayed still in that position, staring at each other. Then something weird happened. The features that used to shift are now perfectly still. No more changing or drifting, but something was wrong. The face I was looking at wasn't my brother's. It wasn't even human. The eyes were big and empty. A cold chill went through my body as I stared at the abyss of those empty eye sockets. The creepy grin grew bigger as it revealed rows of sharp teeth behind it. I wanted to scream and run towards my parents, but I couldn't. My body completely froze and I lost control over it. All I could do is stare at the terrifying face, which now seems to come closer. Eventually I couldn't handle it and blacked out. I woke up soon after, surrounded by my parents, and my brother looked worried. I jumped on my mother and hugged her tight in tears. We never played the game again, and I never looked at anyone's face in the dark. Ooh, that's a spicy one to start off. So this one isn't like a scary story. It's like a how can I say it? It's like a story that you don't usually tell people because it's sort of unbelievable. So This was roughly 7 years ago. I remember I was 13 or 12 at the time. So we were okay. To give context, I have a cousin, Ryan. He is 2 years younger than me, or older than me, sorry. And every December vacation, we went to my rich aunt's house in Jeffreys. It's a rich place in South Africa. So we went there. We went to her house, and then one day, like me and Ryan and my other cousin, Elizabeth, we played hide and seek in the big house. The house isn't like a mansion like you saw in movies or like see on pictures, but the house was big. I mean, yeah, the house was pretty big. So there was this one room, which was the extra bedroom. It was a pretty big bedroom, I must say, and I still remember it because I sleep in it when we go to vacation. Not now during quarantine, but usually when we go there. Anyway, and we played hide and seek. My cousin Elizabeth was searching for us, and we hid in the extra bedroom. Now the bedroom is always locked, because my aunt wants to keep it clean, but that specific night it wasn't locked. So we went there, we hid under the bed. Now the beds were like, there's like this much space. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but there's like this much space between the bed and the floor. So it was pretty easily to hide under it. Now me and my cousin, we faced each other when we hid because there were two beds. And so we were discussing goals. I was 13 at the time and he was 15. So when I turned 13, puberty started hitting me pretty harsh because okay, I'm not gonna go into it, but yeah, puberty hit me hard. And I wanted to talk about girls and like ask him, hey, how do you kiss girls, blah blah blah. And started joking about that, and he said, and he told me this one story about one of his exes. I couldn't remember but what the story is about, but when he told the story, I started noticing his face changed. Now Ryan, he doesn't have a facial disorder or anything. The only like physical disorder he has is his pinky toes and his and the toes before the pinky toes didn't grow the full length. Like I think if I remember correctly, his pinky toe and his second last toe stopped growing when he was 8. So the toes are pretty small. That's the only physical disorder he has. And we talked about goals, and I started noticing his face changed, and I started noticing that he started growing a beard, and Ryan doesn't grow facial. He didn't grow facial ever. It's some sort of like thing in his genetic side of the family where they can't grow facial hair. And I started seeing him grow beard, and his hair grew longer. Like all his hair on his face started growing, and I started looking at him funny. And then the next thing I remember, I'm on top of the bed sleeping, and it was the next morning. To this day, I never could figure out what happened, why I passed out, why there was hair growing out of my cousin's face, and when I ask like my cousin if we go to their house during vacations, if I ask her what happened, she still doesn't tell me, because she said it all happened so fast. So yeah. Also, before I continue, that's a sub count. I want to reach like 100 followers before end of the year, or subs, sorry. And down here, you won't see it, but if people subscribe, I'll take boss damage. if my boss damage hits 0, then the person who's most active in chat, or the person who was the last to subscribe, becomes the boss of my channel. They change the stream titles, they change the description, I promote the content and stuff, or their socials, the YouTube channel, Twitch channel, Mixer channels, whatever. Also, they have more rights than mods do. The only rule is if you're a boss. I'm still like owner of the Adrian Rogue channel, and why this light isn't like, if I do this, would it help? Yeah, I'm still like the owner of Adrian Rogue, and you still have to listen to me, or I will just, remove you as boss. And the more bosses there is, the lower the health will become. So at the moment I have X amount of health, then if the other boss will have half my health, and so on and so on. And so it becomes like you can become boss every second stream. So yeah, I'm not gonna use this because Link narrated of the story. Yeah. I really don't know why this light isn't that. I mean, I did charge it. Oh man. I want Ralph. Was it? It doesn't have upward, so it means it isn't good. Okay, no. A horror story. No, I want like. No, welcome. I don't read ghost stories. I'm highly against ghost stories for some reason. Left off. Comfort in your arms. I need to get this off my chest. Oh, this one seems nice. It's not that big. This story is from user Rasputin Putist 4. Okay, fun name. I need to get this off my chest. I live alone in a rural area outside of a big city. My house was built sometime in the 1990s. My nearest neighbor is a couple of miles down the road. My friends live in the city and my family's in another state. I've been home a lot more throughout the day because the hours I work at my job was shortened due to COVID. Okay. A couple of months in my house, I had been hearing footsteps. I'd get up to check with an handgun, and I never find anything. Eventually, I started seeing things in the corner of my eye sometimes. What the fuck? I understand what this is common. This is a common thing for people, but I've never had this happen to me personally. So I was a little freaked out by it, especially with it combined with footsteps. Eventually, one night, a couple of nights ago, I was laying in my bed on a Discord call with my friends. Oh, so he's a gamer. When my power went out, and that meant my Wi-Fi went out as well. So I disconnected from Discord call. I used a flashlight on my phone to navigate outside where my breaker was, and I brought my handgun. It was opened, and the front panel was taken off. I don't really know my stuff with these things, so I didn't know what was wrong with it. But it was obvious that someone had messed with it. I started lighting candles throughout my house for light, and I stayed in my bedroom and called the police. Once they got there, they found a homeless man armed with a large kitchen knife in my shed. They arrested him. This was when I discovered that there was a hidden trap door in my shed that had a tunnel connected to my basement, where I found there was a wall panel that could be pushed open. The only advice I could give from this, if you want to move in a new house, always check every nook and cranny so that something similar won't happen to you. Okay, that is actually it isn't storage, just creepy. I don't think I'm awake. No. I really want to sleep tonight. I didn't sleep last night. I'm also a bit shaken up from my freaking Grounded stream. Damn it. I'm still not over the grounded stream because I had so many jump scares with the spiders. Oh. Coffee. I still have a coffee content idea. Ooh! Okay, it doesn't have upvotes, but let's check. Okay. I read straight and I thought, wait, is this gonna be a homophobic homophobic story? Okay. The night I never forgot about. It was 12:15 a.m. I was a 15-year-old and I was outside with my friends because the final exam was finally over. So my dad calls me and asks me to get home. I took my leave from my two friends there and started going towards my home with the bicycle. It wasn't really that far, it was like 20 minutes on the bicycle. It was a rural area. This was posted by iCars area. Wait. Area. This dude is Dutch. Because that's how you spell area in Dutch. I could never go left, right, forward, or backward. Now I'd go forward since it was the fastest way home. But there was exactly 5 dogs, all of them black color. And they were low growling on me. 2 of them were exactly right in front of me, 5 foot at best. And 2 was covering my left side and 1 was actually behind me. I was so scared, I stopped there and remained calm. The left side of the road leads to my school and it was pretty a crowded area during the day. The front of course leads to my house and many houses. The right side of the road long and empty. There was an abandoned park and a river. I remember correctly, it was 2nd of June and the weather was hot that time. But the right side of the road was covered in mist. It was a night with almost no light. All I could get is my human eyes and some light from the stars. But I'm reading this way too fast. But still, it felt like the right side of the road was covered in some sort of mist. So I was just sitting on my bicycle and pressed the bell for one time, and the dog started growling more and started to take 1 or 2 steps near me. Around that time, a motorbike from my behind came blowing horns, and I didn't see the dogs, or it could also that I didn't notice them since I was trying to run past them as soon as I can. I went straight back home and my dad was furious that it was 3:40 a.m. and he has called me like 30 times but found it switched off. But my phone wasn't switched off at all. It even had about 50% or more charge. I didn't tell him anything and I went straight to bed. But what I don't understand is that it's about 20 minutes on bicycle to home. Even if I walked there, it wouldn't take me more than 40 minutes. How time passed so quickly. I wasn't doing any sort of drugs at that age, and why it couldn't get me on phone because it had charged now. I think maybe there was a network issue, but network problem doesn't last that long. Thank you for reading this. I felt a bit better after sharing this. Ooh. I don't have a story similar like this. Ooh. I like real life stories. Oh. Yeah, I have 2 untold stories left. I'm just waiting for my friends to pop on. No, I'm joking. This one is also not a really scary story, it's just a creepy one. It is a ghost story, that's why I stay away from ghost stories, because like this one thing that happened to me. So, when was I in grade 8? 6 years ago? Yeah, 6 years ago when I was in grade 8. Oh, that feels so long ago. Okay, back when I was in grade 8, we had this orientation day. In Afrikaans you call it a doop. In Afrikaans, a doop means it means orientation. Uh, anyway, and this orientation week went on for 4 days, and then we had orientation night where we explored where they introduced us to the school rules and make us sing the school's anthem and just basically educate us in the way our school works. And during the end of the night, or during the night, we watch a scary movie and explore the school. So here's something weird about me. I can't watch scary movies, not because I'm scared, right? I can't watch scary movies because I laugh at anything scary, except like jump scares. But like scary movies in particular, I laugh at them. This has caused like concern about my mental health because people think I'm crazy. But we went like to a psychiatrist, and the person told me that it's just a reaction that isn't expected of someone that's normal. But they said I'm perfectly fine. I'm like 10% crazy, but everybody is a bit crazy. Sorry, there's like eye here, my freaking eye. Anyway, so I couldn't watch a scary movie. That night, I think I was sitting with one of my friends, M. He can't watch scary movies because he doesn't like them and he gets scared. And during the night, when they told us, okay, we're gonna explore the school, and they told us the scary school story. So the scary school story goes like this. And before I went to my high school, I think 2 or 3 years before I got to my high school, a child committed suicide. He drank the chemicals in the chemical lab and he went under the hatch, because there's a hatch in the chemical room, and he died there. Now the rumor goes that on the night of the orientation night, he roams the halls. Get it? He roams the halls. And okay, what? I swear to God, this light isn't working at all. Should I like put it like this? Like this light isn't. I have a shit light. Okay, let me just put it like this. So okay, now that won't show. Whatever. I'm gonna put it like that. Anyway, so I will start up with Astro. It sucks that it isn't here. I'll start up with Astro. And back then we didn't know each other. We started hanging out, but we didn't know each other that well. And he ditched the rope, and I was left alone. There was this one section in the school where the English hall, where all the English classes were. They told us don't go down that path because it's not part of the route. And I thought, just fuck it. They told us to break the rules if we want to win. And alone, I went down the hallway. I don't believe in ghosts, I don't believe in poltergeists, The only thing I believe in is demons and spirits. And I went down the hallway and I heard knocking on the first English class. The first English class. And I looked and there was a white face staring at me. A pure white face. At first I thought it was a person, but you can't do makeup that well that you don't have eyes, nose or mouth. And I quickly realized it wasn't a person, it was a freaking ghost. A freaking demon or something. And I started running down the English hallway, in which it felt like I was running 5 kilometers. I think it's 6.2 miles. But the hallway is only like 100 meters. That's that. It's only 100 meters, but it felt like 5 kilometers. And in every door I saw that fucking white face. And it started laughing at me at the last English class. And then I quickly realized I wasn't in my school anymore. I was somewhere else. Then I don't know who it was. It was a maybe prefect or student body for Americans and other people. And they pulled me and they told me, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Yes." And they said, and they told me, "Why am I standing in the same spot for like 5 freaking or for 10 minutes?" And I told them, "No, I was running. I'm not standing." I said, "No, you were running. You were standing still for 5 minutes." And then I looked at him and I said, "No, I was running." And I quickly realized I wasn't out of breath. And then he put me with my group, and then when we were touring, like the actual route, and we came to the last clue, but during the route I saw the white face again, but this time it was a human, like they had special makeup, red eyes and stuff. But when I gave my flashlight for the person who was searching for the clues, then they didn't have a face. They had a white face. And this person who I gave my flashlight to is African American, or black. I'm just gonna say black. And they had a white face. I shook my head, closed my eyes, took a deep breath, and I gave them the flashlight, and they didn't have a white face. A few months passed after that incident. That was before I met D. And then I asked one of my girl space friends. I asked her, "Did she ever notice this white face?" And she said yes. And she said it's her guardian angel. And I asked her, "Wait, your guardian angel doesn't have a face?" She said, "No, that guardian angel was summoned for her back when she was a little girl. There we go." And then I quickly started realizing that her guardian angel was stalking me. So yeah, that's a sort of scary story. I had a guardian angel stalking me. I want to go to top. Where's my thing? There we go. Top. I'm still waiting for Astro. What's all time? Oh gosh. No. No, I'm not gonna read house stuff. Wait, I stole the serial scooter story. No, that's fuck off. Not my friend just messaged me. Like I'm actually streaming. I'm not gonna message it. My husband is stuck in crazy. I hate my new job. This was 1 year ago. No, I really want scary stories. My brother's imaginary friend. What? I love those imaginary stories. Okay, I just want to drink my coffee again. So how are you guys doing? Any news? How's quarantine? How's quarantine? My quarantine sucks. I'm doing scary stories. After freaking getting jump scared by a dozen spiders on a game. So my heart is racing 100 miles per hour. So that's fun. They say coffee is bad for you when you're hyperactive or when you're scared. That's a complete lie. Coffee keeps me calm. Okay. Already. Ha ha ha. My brother's imaginary friend. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I was 10 to 11 years old when this started. My brother was 4 to 5 years old, like most kids. Carl too had an imaginary friend. I presume Carl is his brother's name. And this story was made by a shy girl turned sassy. Carl had given his a name with a distinctive physical features. I had a fucking stroke reading that. If I remember correctly, the friend's name was Bosco. Bosco was short, Budgie. I do apologize. And had a grey beard. My parents thought it was a bit strange that. Now I remember. Wait. Okay, wait. I'm gonna read this quick. My parents thought it was a bit strange that Kyle's imaginary friend would be an adult man, but they didn't dwell on it too much. Bosco quickly became a part of our daily routine. While getting ready for school, Kyle would insist that I needed to stop hogging the mirror as Bosco had to fix his hair and beard. At breakfast, at lunch, and at dinner, the chair next to Kyle was to be left unoccupied because that's where Bosco would sit. My parents were just grateful he didn't ask for an extra platter to be prepared, as Bosco did not eat. He just wanted to sit there and keep Kyle company. Bosco would make his presence felt at school too. Kyle's teacher once called my mom how impressed she was with Kyle's quickly expanding vocabulary. He was learning new words, and when asked, he would say his friend Bosco had said them to him. I remember this one instance when a new family moved into our neighborhood. The kid was Kyle's age. Mom took us over to say hello to them. I remember Kyle shook the other kid's hand and said rather clearly, "I'm very impressed to make your acquaintance." Oh, a 5-year-old kid shouldn't be that. Or shouldn't say that. The other kid just stared. Mom struggled not to look smug. I mean, if my 5-year-old son says it's pleasure to make your acquaintance, I would be rather smug too. My dad wasn't all that interested in Kyle's friend, or in anything else his kids did for that matter. It was mostly my mom and I who got to hear about how nice and fantabulous Bosco was. Then came the incident that made us rethink just how imaginary Bosco really was. Ugh. One day, Carl and I were waiting at the bus stop just outside school for Mom to pick us up. This place always had a lot of parents and kids around, so it was safe. Suddenly, Carl began pulling on my arm, telling me he wanted to go to the store across the street and get a candy bar. I told him we could get one when Mom got here, but he just wouldn't listen. He pulled my arm almost frantically and kept saying he needed a candy bar now. I gave in, and I walked with him to the store. Yeah, so you missed the story I told about you. You missed your little dirty dark secret. And walked with him at the store while telling if Mom got mad at us. It would be his fault. The moment we crossed the street, the driver of a bus lost control of her vehicle and mowed down a bunch of people at the bus stop. It was like a scene from a movie. How long is... Oh, this story is super long. Okay, wait, okay. I was in a state of shock while Carl started crying. When my mom got there, she hugged us for what seemed like an eternity. She knew we could have been among the people. No, I'm telling this story now. You have to wait. When my mom got there, she hugged us for what seemed like an eternity. She knew we could have been among the people who were crushed. Once we had gotten home and had calmed down, she asked me, "What are you going to do?" What? Let me just read this story, dude. I will retell it now. She knew we could have been okay, whatever. Bosco did. She questioned Carl, who told her he didn't really want a candy bar. Bosco did. And he's the one who told Carl to get me to go to the store with him. My mom turned pale. For some time after that, life went on as usual. My mom now asked Carl about Bosco quite regularly, but he didn't say anything out of the ordinary, just regular kid stuff. But another surprise for us was right around the corner. Ooh. My mom's sister, our Aunt Rita, had just moved to our town. She had landed a job at the same company where my dad worked. And I remember that she and my dad got along very well. Ooh, sweet home Alabama. One weekend, my mom took us to see our maternal grandparents. Dad said he couldn't come as he had to work. Mom seemed disappointed but agreed to take us without him. Nana and Papa were were impressed on how articulated Carl was becoming and listening with great interest about his new friend Bosco. The next afternoon, we were all sitting in the living room. I was playing with my grandparents' dog, Mom, and her parents were talking while Carl was fiddling with the TV remote. He switched to a channel where the movie Ghost was playing. The famous pottery scene, you know which one, was on. Mom instantly grabbed the remote and changed the channel to Cartoon Network. I'm getting out of breath now. Carl was upset. He demanded to know why he couldn't watch the movie. Mom explained to him that he could watch it when he was older and that it wasn't appropriate for kids to watch grown-ups hug each other like that. Carl argued some more and my mom again told him that he wasn't old enough. He pouted and at a sheer exasperation asked why it was okay for Dad and Aunt Rita to hug like that. Oh fuck! I didn't read this story at all. This is the first time I'm reading this. I predicted that his father and Aunt Rita would have a freaking sex fling. And wait. Mom was taken aback and asked what he was talking about. Carl told them that Dad and Aunt Rita would get naked and hug in his bed, just like in the movie. When we were at school and Mom was at work, once or twice a week, Dad would come home for a while and he and Aunt Rita would hug in Carl's bed, and he'd then get dressed and leave. Mom was outraged and asked why he was making up such a disgusting story. Carl insisted that he didn't make it up. Bosco had told him. Bosco also said that Aunt Rita was hugging Dad right then when, even as they spoke. Mom's gaze turned cold. She told our grandparents she was going home. She drove back to our house in a hurry and deduced that Aunt Rita really was there because Mom came back later that night with more of our stuff and said that we'd be staying with Nana and Papa for a while. My parents divorced by the end of the year. Bro, if a fucking ghost spills the beans. Oh, that is creepy as fuck. That is genuinely creepy as fuck. Nah, fam. Okay, actually, the story I told was, you remember when we were grade 8, we were tied together for that orientation day thingy? I just thought that you freaking escaped, while you left me alone, and that I met a ghost in the English hallway. You know where Miss Thomas was. I met a ghost, an actual real ghost, and I just told them that during the stream that, like that encounter with a ghost is the reason why I don't read ghost stories or watch ghost movies. So I didn't tell the actual dirty secret. I just wanted you to stay for a while, since I watch 3 hours of the stream every day. Well, not every day, but you know. Okay, so this. Okay, I'm just gonna leave the other story I wanted to tell because it's not as creepy as the story I'm about to tell. I'm actually surprised I didn't remember the story during the previous stream. I can't remember what age I was. Maybe like 3 or 4, 5. I really don't know what age I was. But I had this imaginary friend. I called him Moiba. M-O-B-A. Moiba. And he was my imaginary friend, as I remember, till grade 4. And back then it wasn't normal for a grade 4 to still have an imaginary friend. But my imaginary friend, Moiba, he was dressed in a red robe. I couldn't see his face, but he was dressed in a red robe, and he had white gloves, always white, and he had a black beard, and he always told me that never look in the grass when you don't see a snake. I remember that for some reason. Anyway, and I first met him, like I said, I can't remember what age, but I met him through that I almost fell off my bed. Now, back then, I don't think we were living in this house. We were living in another house. But I had a bed that was fairly high. I mean, you could stuff like chests under the bed, so it was fairly high. And we didn't have carpet floors. We had full-on wood floors with no carpet underneath. And I played around, I don't know with what, and I don't care with what. I played around and I fell, but I didn't hit the floor. I was levitating. Apparently, that's what my mom said. I was levitating. And that I quickly fell to the floor and I didn't get hurt. This is also the reason why my mom calls me the unlucky clumsy, or unlucky and clumsy. Not unlucky, lucky clumsy. Anyway, and she told me that I always had some sort of guardian angel that kept me from falling and doing stupid things, because I had done a lot of crap things my mom told me when I was younger, like when I was a baby. Literally, I almost crashed our car when I was like 3 or 4 years, but something stopped the brakes, I stopped the brakes, but someone told me to. I don't remember. But fast forward to grade 3 was the first instance where my mom actually admitted to me that she thinks Moiba is a ghost, a guardian angel. So this was during a barbecue with my friends, dads, and my dad. We were a group of 8. So there were 8 dads, there were 5 mothers. I don't know why back then. And then there were us 8 friends. So we had this huge party, I don't know for what. But we played in the huge park. Yeah, the huge park. Also back then it wasn't a park, it was like a major pit, because they were busy setting the pipes in for walls and everything, because they were expanding the complex. So it was a major pit, and it was easy to climb up and down the pit. It was actually quite fun. You just took a cardboard box and slid down the pit. But one day I couldn't slip down the pit. I couldn't ride the sand, and I was literally stuck, and I couldn't ride. My friends told me that I'm too heavy, but I admit I was heavy back then, but I wasn't that heavy that for some freaking reason gravity didn't work. And my mom said that my shirt is being tugged, like you know when someone tugs your shirt, it was that, but with no one was behind me. And I remember that I was choking on my own shirt. And then I looked back and there was nobody. I was just dead center. Gravity couldn't work. And I was being pulled up by nothing. I remember this freaking clearly now. As I really remember this now. And I was tugged back up. And then my mom told me, or asked me, am I alright? She was concerned about my health. And I said, yeah, whatever, I'm fine. Then weeks went by where nothing happened. Then suddenly I had this huge box TV. Also in grade 2, I had my PlayStation 2. But I had this huge box TV. And it was on this very unsturdy cupboard. Then one of the cupboard gave out. And then Moiba literally stopped the TV from falling, and I saw this. I didn't see him actually do it, but there was a brick levitated under my bed, because there were bricks under my bed for in case the bed panel would fall, so that if the bed panel would break, then I would just land on the bricks. And I saw this brick sliding from under my bed under the TV stand, for the TV stand to be stable. I never told my mom about this because she would never believe me, but I saw this. Anyway, fast forward to grade 3, where I was in school, and this time I stopped playing with action figures. I was more getting into reading and playing Xbox 360 and hanging with my friends. So I didn't really have time for an imaginary friend. I went to the bathroom during one class and something told me that don't go to the bathroom. And then I took a U-turn and I went to the principal's office because they had some sort of package that I needed to collect anyway. And I asked for the PA, give me the package, then I can go to class. And she said, yeah, sure. And then something told me, go back to the bathroom. And I went back to the bathroom and nothing happened. I just thought, okay, that was weird. Anyway. Then I heard the door closing. And the door can't close. Like, the boys' bathroom door can't close. It's literally manned to the wall unless you have a key. I remember it closing. Suddenly Moiba appeared to me, and this is why I remember the red robe. Moiba appeared in front of me and told me the saying, don't search for or don't look in the grass for snakes you won't find. And then it disappeared. Forever, well, not forever, but till a certain time. I turned 10 in grade 3. Yeah, I think I turned 10 in grade 3. On my 10th birthday, I fell and almost broke my arm, but Moiba, he stopped me from falling. A lot of times from grade 3 to grade 4, I almost fell and died, but Moiba protected me. After a while, I started telling my mom, listen, admit that he is a real thing. And we didn't have a dining table, but like Moiba would always sit next to me, and there would always be a dent left next to me. Then one night, a friend came to my house. I think we played Scary Stories or something, I'm not sure. Oh, not played Scary Stories, I'm reading the title of the thing. We played games and stuff, and then suddenly Moiba told me that I should go outside because something is happening. I told Moiba that I can't, I'm playing games, and he told me just do it. I went outside and I literally saw that somebody was trying to fuck my English. Somebody was trying to kidnap my cat. And I saw this and I told the dude, like, what the fuck? Why are you stealing my cat, dude? Okay, I didn't say what the fuck, but I mean, I had that reaction. I asked him, why are you stealing my cat? And he said, no, it's his cat. And I said, no, that's my cat, bro. That's my cat. My cat has a paralyzed leg. That's my cat. Anyway, and then for the entire grade 4, Moiba protected me if we were doing PT, if we were doing exams or anything. In grade 4, Moiba protected me from a lot of things, including bullies trying to hit me, and Moiba would just suddenly close the... Oh, sure, I didn't notice the thing. And Moiba would close the door, and Moiba would literally protect me from bullies. And then end of the grade 4 year, Moiba told me that you can't stay with me anymore because I'm grown up. And said he can only protect kids who are in danger. And Moiba frantically told me that if there ever comes a time I need him, he will appear. And fast forward to grade 6. This is the scary part now. My father and I had a sit down. We talked about the family history because heirlooms were being passed on, walls were being written and stuff. My father told me that I'm gonna get my grandparents' stone. My grandfather's stone, I mean, which he got in the World War. It was passed down. So my grandfather died in World War II. My grandfather was pretty young when he got my father. I think my grandfather was 18, I mean. So my father now is pretty old. So the stone was passed on. And then my father gave the stone to me. And then he told me that a guardian angel named Moiba would protect me. Get this! My father didn't know that I had a guardian angel. I never told him. I only told my mom, and my mom never told him because my father would not believe us. He told me that a guardian angel Moiba would come protect me if I ever needed him. And this stone is his relic to bind him to earth. And to this day, I still have the stone. The stone is in my closet. And then I remember in grade 7 that I walked away from school because I was sick and tired of the bullies that kept on bullying me. I walked to my brother's house. My brother had his own house. Yeah, he had his own house in grade 7. And I walked to his house, and I remember that somebody was protecting me because people were looking at me funny, and they were looking at me scared. I remember this, and I told my mom this. And that even my brother was scared when he saw me. I asked my mom later that week, like after when the police were silenced and given punishment and stuff. It sounds like the bullies were killed. I asked my mom, or told my mom this, and she said, yeah, that was Moiba. And I told my mom, wait, so you actually think Moiba is real? And she said, yes. It's the same guardian angel that protected my father. Moiba never appeared ever since, from grade 7. I may have encountered like weird activities where people would protect me suddenly, but yeah, Moiba, I would never see Moiba again. I think, yeah, I would never see Moiba again. Never. So yeah, I have a guardian angel watching over me. I made the joke that my guardian angel is so sick and tired of protecting me and keeping me out of crap. Like, I mean, my guardian angel must be super tired. Okay, I'm gonna read one more story. The stream isn't going to be that long, but I'm literally gonna read one more story. Never ignore your intuition. Go. No. Nope. Take a walk with me. I want to chat with you, and I want to tell you I got away with murder. Ooh! Yeah, I love this kind of stories. Wait, no, this is so long. I can only read for that long until my eyes start not to focus. No, never answer your door. No, don't ever go inside. No, I have read this from both of. How long is this one? Like the birthing stuff. Like this one is a bit short. This was posted by user Come Googling. Yes, that's an actual username. Anyway, my birth was weird. A true story. This was exactly what my mother told me. Backstory. When she gave birth to me, she was trying for about 8 hours until she got an emergency C-section. When she gave birth to me, she tried for 8 hours, but still, but the midwife, the nurse helping her giving birth, did something wrong. It's hard to explain, but I couldn't be birthed normally, and the nurses didn't realize that. Then my mother started screaming and panicking, which got the attention of a doctor. The doctor instantly saw the problem and got her emergency C-section. When I came out, I was almost dead. The only organs in my body that still worked were my heart and my lungs. The doctor said I had about 10 to 20% chance to live. Now the weird fucked up part. The reason for my mother started screaming and panicking, she heard a voice, an old voice. The voice said, "Njør dyr bjarniet," which is an old Norwegian saying for the child is dying. If they waited 5 more minutes on the C-section, I wouldn't be writing the story. So the voice came in the absolute last minute and saved my life. Guardian angel thing. Was my birth weird? I remember my mom telling me like a story of my birth. But no, I'm not gonna tell the story where I almost died. Yeah, I told the story during like one of my classes in high school. I almost died, and for some reason I think I can see ghosts, not hear or like speak to them. No, I glitched. This one. Okay, yeah. I glitched. User BaxJ. I woke up from a nap today. As I woke up and sat straight up on my bed and fondled for a lighter so I could have a smoke. I remember that I left outside the car, so I threw on my slides and proceeded to walk downstairs through the kitchen and came out the front door. I passed through the kitchen and seen some candy my daughter had from a daycare, a Snickers bar, pack of Skittles, and a few Starbursts. I grabbed the Skittles and put them in my pocket to enjoy later. As soon as I opened the front door, I immediately sat up in my bed. I felt lost for a second, thinking I was dreaming. I sat on the edge of my bed, checking my pockets to find a pack of Skittles. I glitched. Okay, this isn't the scary story, but it would fit perfectly with this. So this was actually recent. This was in grade 12. Back during June holiday, June/July, whatever. I went over to friends of mine. I don't know what we did, but we played Truth or Dare, but like the doing stuff part, I can't remember. Okay. Anyway, and while I was showering at my friend's house, it was a huge sleepover thing. We were like 5 people, um, we were all sleeping a circle because in the middle was the truth or dare bottle. So it was me, two male friends, and two female friends, right? So we could kiss each other if there was that. And I remember distinctively, whatever, that the bottle landed on my male friend. Now my male friend is extremely homophobic, so he didn't want to do it. And I told him, no, it's Joel, I'm Emma and I can do it because the girls did us the kids. And told him, no, what can. Sad face. Well, Astro, I told you I have contacts for you if you want to, do the dirties. That sounds so bad on stream. Anyway, we did truth or dare, and then it landed on the goals. Now, my friend spun, so it landed on the goal, and I did them to eat a cuckoo together. Now, the reason why this day specifically, because the friend I did was extremely, not homophobic, germophobic. I'm a tad bit, but I'm not the extent that my friend was. And the girl was his crush, so I mind fucked him. Either you could kiss his crush, or ditch it. Rick? Everybody's searching for me. Anyway, here comes the glitch part. I remember them kissing after they ate a cookie. And then I shook my head, opened my eyes, and we were all sleeping. And then we woke up 12 p.m. when we started the game. And they told us, do you want to play truth or dare? And the entire thing went on, and okay, maybe it was a dream. Deja vu, right? Deja vu. And the exact same thing happened. Landed on them, did the cookie. And then I woke up again. Now this scene sounds like, if you watch Sweet Life of Zack of Cody, there was a glitch where if they didn't do something right, then the whole scene would play again and again. And then I remember, okay, you know what? Let me just do something different. Then I remember I asked my friend, listen, can I spin the bottle first? Because every time it was one of my female friends. I asked him, can I spin the bottle first? So I landed on the other girl that I took the bottle from. And my friends told me that I should eat a cookie. And they told me because she can't eat cookies. She's on a diet at the moment. And a loop. And she had a crush on me without me knowing, by the way, without me knowing. And then I told her that I'm not going to force her to break a diet or anything, because that time I was also on a diet for the matric farewell, or prom for American people. And then I suddenly woke up. After the day, it was the morning. My friends told me that I didn't even play the truth or dare. We weren't even playing truth or dare, because I asked them, wait, aren't we playing truth or dare anymore? And I said, what truth or dare? We all slept. And then at first I thought, wait, I dreamt the whole thing. I dreamt I was sleeping, waking up, sleeping, waking up. And the dream felt so real. During the day, my friend's parents came home and they made us a huge barbecue for lunch. And then I went back upstairs because they had a double-story building. It's not a big house, but it was double-story. And I went upstairs where the rooms were, and I grabbed my clothes and stuff and I had, because I packed up. And then I saw cookie crumbs, the same cookie I ate posted in my dream. I saw the cookie crumbs on the floor. Then I went downstairs, active nothing was wrong. then I saw everybody was done eating, and I remember, wait, but the food were raw when I went upstairs. They told me now I was upstairs for an hour, and then I realized, wait, it's 4 p.m. but I went upstairs 3 p.m. and I told him no, but I wasn't up there for. No, you were. Then as the day went on and we quickly said our goodbyes and everything, I went home, and then the friend I dared to kiss his crush texted me and told me, or asked me, am I the only one who remembers it, the day? And I asked him, wait, so the others don't remember? I said, no, it's only me and him. His crush didn't even no, not his crush. The girl who crushed on me wasn't even on a diet, but I remember her saying she was on a diet. And the spinner bottle, the bottle we used was the same bottle we drank cream soda from during the barbecue. To this day, me and my friend talk about this. And the one thing we always say to each other, and this is actual thing now, this is the only thing. No, our dreams are not connected. I think it's way too suspicious. And if we end a chat or anything, we make this joke like, don't get glitched out again. This is also the main reason why I go with a glitched theme with my Adrian Rogue. Back when I was a wrestler, my wallpapers on my laptops are glitched, my wallpaper on my Xbox is glitched. This is the main reason why I love glitch stuff, because of that incident. Yeah, to this day, me and my friend never ask our friends, because we don't really hang with each other anymore since COVID and since university changed us. Yeah, that's not scary, but that's weird. I'm gonna end it here because this is an hour that I'm streaming. Okay, let me just end the fucking song because I'm getting way too freaked out. So that was Scary Stories Part 2. Next story time will be Unbelievable Stories. I had seen the subreddit. There's a lot of cool stuff on there I want to read. But if the Scary Story Time gets more views, I might do horror stories because there's also a subreddit for that. I might do horror stories and creepy stories. But for now, Scary Stories are done. Part 2 was final part. If you enjoy this, smash the like button. Subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Twitter for daily updates and stuff. And don't have nightmares when you watch this. I admit this wasn't scary like the last video. Bye, Astra. Bye-bye. I admit this wasn't scary as the last stream, but yeah, this was scary. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night/day. Follow me on Twitter, blah blah blah. And as always, Rogue Nation,